Trey McBride. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Commanders and the Saints on Sunday night.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And this is going to be a Commanders first down as the tackle made here at the 36. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Eric Azukama with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Eric Azukama closed things out with a touchdown grab. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First and 10, it's Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run for it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just didn't take the ball across the plane. Was not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Taylor diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly have the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, but we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. To throw is Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Running the jet sweep, Landry. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Mahomes now on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Taylor. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. On play action, it's Mahomes. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. Finding room at midfield. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, look at those yard recognition. That means something in today's NFL.
On third down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On fourth down on his Corey Bajorquez to punt. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. So here's Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful when you're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll get this one to Ezekama. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Excellent recognition, and none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run here with Taylor, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I would think as a play call. You want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
On the move to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A first down carry by Allen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson now. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag run. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
He's got this to Williams, complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete to McBride. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
13 yards there on a Washington first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Ezukama with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
review the play, when the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On first down, Mahomes caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, touchdown. Jahan Dotson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they said there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Jackson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They made a nice effort to stick him with the walls for that point, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Jackson on 1st down. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw again is Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down. Jackson. And he will not make back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give that sack to the Kobe Dean.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Jackson to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jonathan Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Gano's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Joe Burrow, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the LA Chargers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for Washington, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic. And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, he just knows his pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes it gets that. You can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. A give to Elliott running left. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. And Dixon has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, 43.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are pouring it on.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
That's pulled in at the 32.
54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. For the Washington offense set to take over.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting him to shreds. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes, he's got Azukama.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8.
113 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off,
and they will take over at the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Trey McBride with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Draw play, Elliott.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. But with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Jackson's throw complete to Otten. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Commanders just continue to roll. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Inside give to Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Back now at FedEx Field. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one too low. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DeAndre Hopkins. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. an NFL game this lopsided.
Under pressure, they got him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Mahomes pass intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 3-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Elliott will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry with career touchdown number 60.
And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
From the 38, Mahomes.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 27, Mahomes.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, Barber, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
Back to Elliott, and he's got him again.
The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ezekiel Elliott, 73 yards.
And the Saints are able to claw one back.
Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's Mahomes to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess he's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Eric Ezukama with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And Eric Ezukama closed things out with a touchdown grab.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Commanders. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw.
Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jordan Davis, his 2nd sack of the night.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now Jackson. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just